Hi, my name's Rachel Lane and I'm here to talk to you about retirement living, some tips on how to get it right and some traps that you might want to avoid. I think there's lots of reasons why people choose to downsize into a retirement village. A lot of people feel socially disconnected in their neighbourhood. They don't necessarily know their neighbours or they don't share the same lifestyle as them. For some people, it's all about having a low maintenance home. So not having to mow the lawns, skim the leaves out of the pool or climb up ladders to get leaves out of gutters. For others, it's about travelling. So they want a home they can lock and leave and come back to when they're finished travelling around the country or perhaps around the world. And for others, it's really that sense of safety and security of being part of a like-minded community, which might have gates at the front to stop people from coming in that aren't necessarily invited. So I think it's really important to understand that retirement villages are not residential aged care facilities. A lot of people, and particularly the media, love to mix those two terminologies together. But in reality, retirement villages are all about living as independently as possible. So you have your own home, your own apartment or your own villa. And then, just like any other home, if you want to, you can get services and care delivered if you need it. But really, being part of a retirement village is all about being part of a vibrant community and enjoying the social activities and perhaps some sporting pursuits and living as independently as possible. When it comes to doing your research about which retirement village is for you, make sure that you get a really good sense of the vibe of the community. No one ever moved into a retirement village where they felt like a square peg in a round hole and said it was great because it was cheap. It doesn't work like that. The value of moving into a retirement village is all about that community that you're going to be part of. So do your research, go and take the formal tour, and then if you think it might be for you, go back and do one of the social events. The good oil is normally found at happy hour, where you can chat to the other residents and get a sense of what it's like to live in that community. An important question to ask the retirement community that you're downsizing to is, what happens if I need care? Because you'll find that the answer to that varies from we're a carefree community and if you need care you need to leave, through to here's a menu of our care services, which ones would you like? And everything in between. So it's not necessarily about that you're going to need care imminently, it's just a matter of knowing what the future holds and where you stand. When you're looking at moving into a retirement village, obviously you need to get a sense of the vibe of that village and make sure that it's the right village for you. Once you've done that, you need to crunch the numbers, because downsizing into a retirement village can have significant financial implications. So don't just look at how much you're going to pay for your unit up front and compare that to your current home. You need to do an exercise that I call the ingoing, the ongoing and the outgoing, where you look at what are you going to pay up front, what will you pay while you live there, and what will you pay and how soon will you get your money back after you leave. Then you need to think about how do those things feed into how much pension you're going to get, whether or not you'll be eligible for rent assistance, and if you're going to get a home care package, any knock-on effect to your home care package costs as well. In my experience, the most common regret for people moving into a retirement village is that they didn't make the move sooner. So don't do that. Make sure you ask questions until you've got an answer to every question you've got. I think there's two big hurdles to overcome. One is, what do I do with all my stuff? And the other one is, crunching the numbers on the different contracts and financial arrangements that might apply. But don't let the uncertainty or perhaps the confusion that you might initially face delay that move, because some people delay that move not just for weeks but sometimes for months or even years, and that's when they end up with that regret of wishing they had have made that move sooner. I think there's lots of benefits to moving to a retirement village. Obviously there's the financial benefits of downsizing and freeing up some equity from the family home. But the other benefits that come from moving into a low maintenance home, being part of a like-minded community where you can enjoy social activities or perhaps sporting pursuits, and I guess really starting that next chapter of life with less worry, less hassle and more money in the bank. So if you're thinking about downsizing into a retirement village, there's lots of things to consider. Number one, it's all about the vibe. Make sure you crunch the numbers or get someone who knows how to crunch the numbers for you. And make sure you look at your contract through 3 different lenses. What are your rights? What are your responsibilities? And what are your costs? It's perfectly fine to have lots of questions. Ask questions until you've got an answer to all the questions you've got, and enjoy the next chapter.